Well, with me being ill, unable to go to work, and people will say, well, what the hell are you doing videos for? Well, I'm sick to be in an office around people, but I'm not that sick where I can't be in front of my computer. And I could talk about many things, more notably Manchester City going up against the Premier League, taking them to court for discrimination or something to that effect, which I don't buy at all. And it's just this whole case of, again, like, why would Man City be going up against the Premier League if they've done nothing wrong? Well, you've soiled our name for damages and everything else in between. Well, Lance Armstrong also sued USADA or whoever the hell it was when they were accusing him of being a cheat. And then look what happened at the end of it. Speaking of, I probably should watch that documentary on Netflix now. Might do it after this video. But yes, we're going to look at this because I want to have a bit of a laugh. I want to have a bit of a giggle, and it's at the expense of Arsenal fans. In this particular one here, don't get your knickers in a bunch. It's just for some good humor and good fun. Don't take it personally. Don't take it too seriously. But I have to say, the people that I'm going to be talking about say things so often with such conviction, with such a stern approach to it, that I have to take them at face value and believe that they are being serious, that they are being legitimate, that they actually do believe these things. One of them, everybody knows, he is football content heritage. Mourinho talks about football heritage in terms of clubs. This man is football content heritage, and that is the one and only Ty on the left here, doing his thing, watching the Champions League final. When a super chat came in here, basically egging him on, grilling him, and stating that, Manchester United 20 titles, Arsenal 20 years and counting. And he starts talking about how they've got the gold, the Invincibles, not the Invisible, the Invincibles trophy, and how they won the league at Old Trafford. And it's just a whole bunch of nonsense. Let's have a listen to this.
Mavinga taken away, but he doesn't have the pace to get past Brandt, and they
he's fuming. He's fuming. He wanted a free kick.
I think that's a foul.
I don't think it was.
He should have got booked for that.
I think got body check.
Baskin and Robin says United 20 times, Arsenal 20 years and counting.
20 times what? We've got an invincible team, mate. We won the league at Old Trafford. Or are you forgetting?
We are a big team, but we're not bigger than Man United.
And they're not bigger than us.
What the fuck? Man United are not bigger than Arsenal. Look, Ty, he means well. I've seen from people who say they met Ty in person and behind the scenes. He's a lovely fella. He's all that. But when it comes to Arsenal, ain't no man defend Arsenal more than he does. I mean, shit, Arsenal as a football club, if it were possible, they could be up for murder. They could be caught with the weapon in hand, caught red-handed, on footage, surveillance, everything else. Ty would still defend them and claim that they were innocent. That's how much he defends his club, which I admire to an extent. But at the end of the day, I got to say to myself, like, bro, it's beyond delusional now. They're not bigger than us. Brother, 20 league titles, FA Cups, Europa Leagues, they've got League Cups, they've got Champions Leagues. Arsenal do not have a Champions League. You talk about being a big club. Arsenal need to have a Champions League to hit that category, man. You can have all the leagues in the world, how many FA Cups and everything else. We got an Invincible. That's great. That was great 20 years ago. And your name will forever be in history until or if that happens again. Arsenal, Invincible, Gold, Premier League. That's yours. But if that's the only thing you have to go off, I don't know what else to tell you except that you need something else, man. It just goes to show like how little you have to hold on to. Like if that gold trophy is the smallest straw you've got and you're grasping onto that straw for dear life, that straw is going to wither and become, dust effectively. It's just not going to be there anymore for you to hold on to. You can say, yeah, we got one, but it don't mean shit in the grand scheme of things. Manchester United, as painful as it is to say, even as a Liverpool fan, are a bigger club than Arsenal. That's not to say Arsenal are not big, but you understand we used, is it plural? Is it plural? Bigger. No, plural is more than. Whatever. I know it's been a while since I've studied English and shit like that. Bigger is better than. Arsenal are good, but Manchester United are better. Okay? Champions Leagues, league titles, everything. You can't tell me that. You cannot tell me that Arsenal are bigger than United.
Listen, I don't know. These people in the super chat, I had this argument with Jamie Carragher, my mate, and I told him, I'm telling you.
Bigger around the world or bigger, what are you talking about? Bigger
in every aspect. We won the double 20. Do you know we won the double 20 years before we won the Champions League?
They've won the Champions League.
So what?
And we got the Invisible team. We won the league at Old Trafford.
No, but
So what? We won the league at Old Trafford. That's the dumbest fucking argument. That's the stupidest argument I ever hear from people. We won it at your stadium. So fucking what? So what? What have you done since then? United won more titles since then. United won plenty more titles since then. They won Champions League since the Invincibles. A lot has happened. Chelsea have won it. Leicester have won it. Fuck, Liverpool have won it. We've seen City dominate throughout. That's what happens. That's what it is. These are the teams that have won this since then. You're still holding on to your Invincibles. We won it at Old Trafford. A bigger club? Nah, man. You can't tell me they're a bigger club. No way.
I think that
they are the biggest club in the country.
They're talking about the status.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You got Invincible. They got the treble.
We got an Invincible team.
Yeah, they got the treble.
Okay.
So
They're the biggest club in the country.
They want to.
So you can have an Invincible team that went undefeated and won the league once, which is why you have a gold trophy. Undefeated. That's why you say once. Or you can have a treble winning team that won a Premier League, a Champions League, and an FA Cup. Which one would you prefer? I know I'd prefer the 3 trophies that had never been done before, or at least not for a very long while. No, they've never been done before, yeah. Doubles had been done before. Treble. Win the treble, yeah? I'd rather that than have one Premier League title that has me an Invincible. That's me personally. Ty seems to hold on to this for dear life.
Champions League, what have you got? We play a game, innit?
We got Invincible
So,
team.
Invincibles, trebles, yeah?
Won the
Took
league.
that off.
Won the league.
Champions League?
Won the league Old Trafford. Won the
hear
most
that.
FA Cups.
Champions League?
Won the league 20 years before Manchester United.
So what?
Why are you defending Manchester United?
I'm not defending.
Bro, where do we have this world of defending? Like you're defending Manchester United? No, those are the facts. Those are the facts. We have an Invincible team. Okay, we've got a treble. Oh, we won the league 20 years before you did. Okay, well, we've won 20 and we've won X amount since you last won one. Yeah, we got more FA Cups than you. Doesn't matter. We got more trophies overall. That's what counts. And they're still winning trophies, even as shit as they have been in recent years. They're still winning League Cups and FA Cups. That's the mad thing. And Europa League with Mourinho a few years ago.
I'm just trying to break it down.
There's nothing to break. There's nothing to
They are a
break
bigger club.
down. They wish they were. They wish they were a bigger club. They wish they were. I'm sorry, nobody can tell me that. If the thing is, like I said, we've got an Invincible team.
So
in
what?
the Manchester United dominating era, we won the league at Old Trafford.
So
It's
what?
like 3 of our best players.
Since when does winning the league at Old Trafford or fucking Emirates or Anfield or whatever the fuck make it like it's a bigger deal? You don't win anything extra for winning it at a rival's home ground. It's pointless. But that's why I say Ty is effectively a meme. But I take him at face value because it's what he is. It's how he talks. It's how he defends his club. Like I said, Arsenal FC, if possible, if they were up for murder and they were caught with the weapon and everything else in hand and had motive, he will still defend them because he is Arsenal's #1 defender. If I stay on this video, this thing's going to be like a half hour long. So we're going to kick things over. One more thing I wanted to look at, and a big up to Ty as well and everyone else. Shameless as he may be, that's Ty for you. That is Ty in a nutshell, effectively. Now, what we're going to look at now is another delusional Arsenal fan. Many have called him Daud Looted, and there's the name in the little play on words I just said there. But it is Daud, who has a TikTok out, 1 million views, and he is basically counting Arsenal as having won the Community Shield. Now, it has to be said, I believe the Community Shield is considered a trophy of sorts, but fans in general don't consider it a trophy because it's not something where you have to compete in a fight in a lead up to. There's no qualifying matches like a Club World Cup, for example, or something like that. You have to at least play 1 or 2 teams before you get to the final. Yeah, you still have to compete. Whereas a Community Shield, or a Charity Shield as it is also known as far as my understanding is, if the team wins the league and then a team that wins the FA Cup or something to that effect, they play. Or the team that finishes second plays in the Charity Shield. So it's just a one-off game. And look, we won it against City, not last season, the season before, I think it was, 22-23, I believe. And I ain't parading it like we done something magical. I'm just looking at it like, yeah, we won a plate thingy. We beat Man City in a one-off game, it was all good and well. Sure, I ain't gonna sit there and parade like we won a Community Shield. It is counted though. It is on the walk of champions and all that sort of shit at Anfield, and a lot of people do count them as well. But I think the general consensus is fans, at least in England, Premier League, don't really look at the Community Shield with that high regard as they do, a League Cup or a FA Cup. Obviously, it's like, some will say Champions League comes first. I can understand that, but let's look at England, for example. It's obviously Premier League, it's the FA Cup, League Cup, and then you probably look at the Community Shield, right? In any case, let's hear what he has to say.
I don't care if this is shameless or not. Don't you dare call us trophyless. We won a trophy this season. Man United won the FA Cup, Man City won the Premier League, Liverpool won the League Cup, and we won the Community Shield. We're part of that big four. We won a trophy. I don't care if it's shameless. That's still classed as a trophy. If you pick it up here, it's a trophy. Okay? So don't come at us and say, where's the trophies at? We won a trophy and we finished second. I'm being shameless, but I don't care. We had a better season than Liverpool. We had a better season than Man United. We had a better season than Tottenham Hotspur. And we had a better season than Chelsea. Chelsea in the Conference League!
Yes, you are so shameless. And that thing was won before the season officially kicked off. So how the hell can you say you won something with that? If it's played at the end of the season, I'd probably say, yeah, cool, fair enough. But what if you finished in 4th place and you won the Community Shield? Would you still say you had a better season then? You say, oh, we won something this year. Ain't nobody counting a Community Shield as a major trophy, bro. No chance. This is all for views. Surely this is just for TikTok views and just to get himself out there. I can understand why Arsenal fans are annoyed when they see shit like this, like using Arsenal just to get views and clout and everything else in between. I mean, 5,000, almost 6,000 comments, 2,300 saves, 47,000 likes. Holy shit. Community Shield is not a major trophy. What are some of the replies saying? Same as the FA Cup. It is under the law. I don't consider that being a major trophy. It's a plate. Community Shield was won last season, not this season. Bro's flexing with the plate. Spursy behaviour. Man United worst season, better than Arsenal's best season. Community Shield is like an English Super Cup, so it's a very important trophy. What? No way. Exactly, it's a friendly opener. Definitely not, man. No, it's not a one-off preseason game, which is the same. Yeah. It's a one-off friendly game. That's all it is, man. Ain't nothing to it. Community Shield is a plate, not a trophy. United Liverpool had a better season than you. It's a plate. Community Shield is from last season. Actually, yes, because you finished second the season beforehand. So, as I said, you play it before the season starts. So, does it count as last season then? Community Shield being called major is crazy. What does Community Shield even mean? It's the name. It's not a trophy. It's a big 50. It does look like a 50-cent piece. Even in Australia, we've got a coin that looks similar to that. Like it's a 50-cent. It's a friendly, preseason, glorified friendly. That's a Shield, 1-game trophy. Actually, I want to look into this. What does the FA say about the Community Shield? Let's have a look. So this is what I found according to goal.com. It is from 2022. And it says here, while 2 of the top teams in England football or English football compete for the right to lift the Community Shield, and winning is always a useful habit to get into, it is not considered to be a major trophy. The FA may consider it to be a top award as it falls under their remit, rather than that of the Premier League, but it will never sit alongside the likes of the FA Cup and League Cup. That is because a major trophy, quote unquote, is defined as being one in which competition is open to all teams from within a league system. Isn't that what I just said? And I'm reading this for the first time in just what I said. It's not something where you have to try and win a few matches or win 5, 6, 7 games and then go to a final. You get there by coming first and winning the FA Cup or finishing second. If the team that finished first wins the double. That's what it is. Within the Community Shield, only featuring a couple of sides, it does not fit the criteria of being major, at least not in England, as similar Super Cup events are held in high regard elsewhere. So in Spain, in Germany, and places like that, they look at these with a bit more seriousness, shall we say. But in England, not so much. There is a history of it. Actually, there is a history here. Where is it here? As Formula first played from 1908, evolved from the Sheriff of London Shield fixture that had been played annually between the leading professional club and leading amateur club. So it would have been between, let's say, if Manchester City obviously came first, would have been between Man City and what would they consider amateur league, Championship, League One, League Two, whoever it is, like taking them on. And that'd be an absolute bloodbath nowadays. That's what it would be. Was it here? So in the 1980s and early 90s, the shield was shared by the competing clubs for 6 months each, with the match was drawn after 90 minutes. Penalty shield was introduced into the in the 93 season. There you go. So Manchester United appeared no fewer than 7, winning 4, drawing 1, losing 2. So yeah, there's a bit of a history there, but yeah, it's not really considered anything amazing. So for this fella here to be claiming that they won a trophy, he's levels of shame, like shamelessness on absolute steroids is what it is. But that's the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully my voice hasn't been that difficult to listen to, considering I'm battling a cold at the moment. But thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Big up to all you fine people out there. And yeah, just make do of your weeks as best as you can, because when you get a cold and you're sick and whatever and you're stuck inside the house, it ain't no fun, even though it's raining outside and it's like 10 degrees out here, but nonetheless, still, it is what it is. You guys take care, have a good one, whatever it is, and I'll catch you on the next one. See yous.
End the stream, Dave! End the stream! End it, blood! End it now!